The BAM strike in 1970, if it proved nothing else, it proved that through numbers and organization, one gets power.
There were black student caucuses, black faculty caucuses, black caucuses within unions in every aspect of this university. There was scarcely a place where you could turn where black people were not meeting and talking about the problems and talking about just being black in the middle of an enormous white institution. There was hardly a place where you could go within the collective environment of this university where people weren't saying, well, we got to do something, where people were not dissatisfied. We kept talking about the fact that we'd been discussing the problems with the university, and the university wasn't going to do anything. And so folks kept saying, well, what are we going to do? And a gentleman who's sitting in the audience, Mr. Wesley, brother right there, stood up and said, we're going to have a strike. And that everybody said, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we're going to do. And it's not, it seems, you know, when you think about it, it seems like, well, wow, that was spontaneous, and how could that have worked? That could have worked because everybody had about had it up to there at the same time. You, at the very first time for this university, had some dialogue between multiple units of black folks throughout the university. And because the overall environment, frankly, of 1970 was such that not only could you have a strike, but it was almost obligatory. It wasn't a question of were we going to have one, but a question of when and how.
And no other strike went on for 2 weeks and caused a minimum of damage physically to the institution. Now this was remarkable. Why did it happen? One of the reasons it happened is because we got widespread support both within and without the black student community here at the University of Michigan. We got support from the black faculty members up here. We got support from the black community up here. We got support from the white professors up here.
Understanding that this university as an institution is not committed to educating and recruiting significant numbers of black students, at least not by its practice. It is not so committed, and it is not reasonable for us to expect that commitment, because this is not an institution which was founded for and run for the interest of black people.
We are on the beginning of a very long journey. A journey which is going to be ongoing until the millennium arrives. It has not arrived in 1980. It will probably not arrive in 1990. As a matter of fact, most of us in this room will probably never live to see the day when the millennium arrives. But that doesn't mean we don't struggle. That doesn't mean we don't battle. That doesn't mean we don't fight. That doesn't mean we don't vocalize our dissatisfaction. And in closing, I would say this: dare to struggle, dare to win.